7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
Welcome back to another edition of Hard Way. I am Jason, your host, and I am here with Ricky and Scotty. And I tell you what, we are here to talk about All Out. And after this weekend, I am all out.
Seriously.
After the last 2 weekends of wrestling, bro, and the CM Punk whatevers and all the information with Tony Khan and his sad statement. I'm just completely out of energy. I don't know about you. I did not watch All Out. I know you guys didn't watch All Out.
I had another fantasy football draft actually last night at like 7 o'clock in another 12-team league, and I think about half the league was on auto draft, so it ran the full like minute and a half for every pick they had, and it seemed like this thing went on for fucking ever.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, you know, after such a great pay-per-view of All In, right? Well, we all agreed that All In was pretty good. Wembley was really good.
All In was solid.
They came back with 37 more matches for All Out on Sunday, and
Too soon.
This is a lot. This is a lot. We said it on Friday. They're begging people. You pay $50 for Wembley. You get all the extra stuff. They're releasing figures, which for a jerk like me, I can't resist buying some of this shit. I don't know, Scott, if you saw one of the figures that they released was a Hangman Adam Page. It was a different like box or whatever. It's like a brownish box. This was just a smack in CM Punk's face just all weekend long. They released another peg warmer.
Yeah.
Oh, there was also a Grayson Waller photo of him holding a Pepsi can to his face after he got kicked.
I did see that too. I was laughing.
Are we going to get a CM Punk Grayson Waller?
Hey.
God, I hope not.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, WWE here soon will not own the WWE. It's going to be Endeavor. And Endeavor says, hey.
That is true.
Let's bring in CM Punk. Endeavor will bring in CM Punk. Doesn't matter what Tripp says or, they want that money. They want that money. So.
Let me again, be very quick with this, but if I could say this with the CM Punk thing, if Vince had seen the potential of a feud between him and CM Punk back in the day, we wouldn't even be talking about any of this because both men would be Vince would still be a millionaire to this day, and CM Punk would have had billions of dollars under his belt because CM Punk was the next generation Stone Cold. If they had done it right, they would have made a lot of money, and Punk would never have left the day.
That's quite a
That was a take and a half there, Scotty. The next Stone Cold's what?
Jesus.
That's my take on it.
Well, we can agree one thing that Stone Cold,
as Punk would say, tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, well,
tell me I'm lying.
One thing CM Punk is that's some dumb son bitch. That's about what CM Punk is, right? That was the worst Stone Cold impression ever, by the way.
Oh, wasn't too bad.
What?
A couple daddy sodas I might have been all over that. All right. So the 0 hour kicked off. It had an over budget charity battle royal. Who's left?
Oh.
Who's left?
Hangman Page won that, I believe.
That's right. Warmer Page is no longer warming the pegs of a battle royal. He wins battle royals all the time. So we should have known that he was going to win this battle royal when they released his new figure that's not going to see Walmart.
Okay, but let's back up for a sec. And the fact that this is the most on the nose thing for an AEW name, the over budget charity battle royal. All right, like that describes AEW to a T. Like over budget charity, like Tony Khan's just giving all these guys money because he can. Battle that. Like, did nobody actually check this before they decided to put this as the name of their battle royal? I'm sorry, it's just.
I think they were like, "What are we gonna call this shit?" It's kind of like when I post this stuff up on YouTube. Man, what am I gonna call this shit? So Adam Page hits Deadeye on Brian Cage, I think, to win this match. So and then he gives $50,000 to his charity. Was it the school systems of Chicago? What was it? There was a charity, some kind of school system library.
It was a GoFundMe for CM Punk's unemployment.
His unemployment fund.
Yeah, I thought it was for a charity. It was a halfway house for girls that won't go all the way.
Oh, shit.
It was a charity. Her name was Charity for sure. So, $50,000 to some Chicago school system or library or whatever for Chicago. So, I actually, that's not bad. I actually, I don't. At least they didn't come up with a brand new belt to give him, right? the Buckshot Lariat belt. At least they didn't do shit like that. So congratulations to Hangman Page on winning because he's not really doing anything. So we had a trios match. ROH Women's World Champion Athena, Diamante, and Mercedes Martinez versus Hikaru Shida, Chicago's own Sky Blue, and hardway wrestling zone Willow Nightingale.
Jason's own Willow Nightingale.
I love Willow.
I love Sky.
I love Willow. So Willow and Sky, they win it. Chicago's feeling good right now because they let Sky win one, right?
Yeah, Tony had to. Tony could not let another homegrown Chicago person take another L.
Yeah, that would have been the second one of the weekend for sure.
Those fans may have rioted.
So listen, we're gonna need all your posters, but we're gonna let Sky Blue win, so we'll be even, right?
Yeah.
And she has the tightest ass riding shorts of anybody on the roster.
All right, so Sky Blue hits the code blue. What a great name, by the way. On Diamante and wins this match for the women, for the ROH women. We had, and these are all 0 hour, I believe. This match I didn't even know it was on there until it was until I just this morning, or early this morning. The acclaimed Bones Caster, Daddy Ass, and special guest, Chicago's own Dennis Rodman. Are we all out of roster guys that we're having Dennis Rodman in here now?
Yeah.
Hey, at least they didn't go for Jay Leno.
I think this match should have ended out with Dennis Rodman kicking a cameraman in the nuts and then choking out Jeff Jarrett. That was the only way this match should have ended.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Golly.
Dennis Rodman ended up smashing Jarrett with the guitar, which Jarrett ended up getting. Jarrett finds his way onto these pay-per-views somehow, some way, right? Doesn't he? Yeah. I mean, he just always. I don't know how he does it. Whether there's intermatch or he's not. So he gets hit over the head. Oh no, I'm sorry. Jeff Jarrett's guitar over the head of Satnam Singh. Bowens hits a mic drop and on Lethal and pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. So the acclaimed and Dennis Rodman, AEW 1-0. Are they still keeping?
That's the extension of Rodman from WCW NWO.
It would have been even better if Fergie would have ran. Was it Fergie? Isn't that who he dated? Fergie?
That was Carmen Electra.
If Carmen Electra would have did a run in with CJ and redeemed these nuts all over Dennis. All over Dennis Rodman.
Oh man,
so dumb. I'm so stupid. Okay. Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match. Better Than You, baby. MJF Adam Cole versus the Dark Order, Alex Shredders, John Silver with Evil Uno. Boy, the Dark Order is just fading. I mean, they're down to 3 members.
I'm surprised they even let them win that Battle Royal on Rampage.
Well, I mean, anybody else would have been. It would have made a good match of it, right? But
Yeah.
they had to show that these guys, they're not going to take the belts off these guys right away, right? I think we said it on Friday. They're not taking the belts off of them yet. There's money. Now that the CM Punk experiment is over for now until Tony rehires him in 6 months, these guys are money. I think they're gonna have to keep ratings together, and breaking them up already would just kill.
They're the best thing going in AEW.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Absolutely. So let's not ruin a good thing. So MJF, there's 2 things I want in life, right? I want to date Drew Barrymore, and I want to get a kangaroo kick. Those 2. That's it. They're the only 2 things that I need.
We're gonna have to talk with Evan or what's the other referee from ATCW? Brandon.
Yeah.
You had to invoke his name. Brandon.
Yeah, no, we will invoke Brandon's name all the time. And by the way, just so you know, your old pal and good sir Randy Christ had not seen that video, so I sent it to him just so he can see you getting your butt handed to you by a ref.
I like the suspension video Damien narrated.
Yep, that was great.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Anyway, back to
AEW. I'm glad you dickheads enjoyed it.
If you guys like making fun of Jonathan Cross from ATCW, please like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube.
Yeah,
and all of our soon-to-be podcasting platforms.
Yes, please, we appreciate that. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you want. I only like hitting this button for the like and subscribe because the bell goes right over Scotty's face.
Ding.
Elevator good ding. Okay. So at the end of MJF Adam Cole win this match. At the end of the match, little something going up the ramp.
Yeah, I saw that.
I did not.
Did Samoa have his entrance early, or what?
I have no idea, but MJF was heading up the ramp, holding his neck, and the next thing you know, MJF shoves him, or he shoves MJF.
Oh, yep. Shit! Now I remember what I meant to say in the CM Punk segment we did earlier. At least we now no longer have that stupid ass spray painted world title.
Yeah, good for now. For now,
Good.
Actually, Tony Khan won that belt, so Tony Khan gets to wear it. So we get a little Samoa Joe MJF action going up the ramp. And then MJF tweeted, "I'm not that little punk you knew a couple years ago. Game on, bitch." So,
from NXT.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. It's actually, if you watch that clip back, and I've seen it a million times, but never really watched MJF's face. When he gets shoved, you see MJF come out in his eyes, like you can see him. Like I thought he was gonna go into business for himself. So. Anyway, yes, Samoa Joe was on his way down to the ring, and he was facing Shane Taylor for the ROH Television Championship. We don't get to see Shane. I like Shane Taylor. We don't get to see enough of him.
I agree.
So I wish they'd do more with him. I'm not sure what they could do with him, but anyway.
His crew from ROH, what were they called?
It's Khan, it's Prince Nana. Well, not so much Prince Nana, but Khan and Moses is last time I heard from Moses, he was in Texas. So I don't know what he's done. He just won some kind. I just saw that he posted the other day that he won some sort of title down there or somewhere. I would get all those guys get all those embassy guys with Sean Taylor or Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor's dead. With Shane Taylor. Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. Sean Taylor. And honestly, if they don't do anything, R.I.P. Shane Taylor too. So fucking, yeah. What are they gonna do? So Shane Taylor rocks Samoa Joe with a hanging stunner. Taylor splashes Samoa Joe off the middle rope for a near fall on the champ. Taylor crumbled after a lariat from Samoa Joe. Taylor railed back and had some body shots. Samoa Joe overwhelmed Taylor with knee strikes and then locked into submission to force Taylor to tap out. So the Kahina clutch. Shout out to Shayna Baszler. Right? Samoa Joe, shout out to Shayna Baszler. So Joe retains here. We're not going to get another. Doesn't look like we're going to get another CM Punk Samoa Joe match. So I think if we knew what we knew today, I don't think that they would have let Joe lose to Punk.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, Darby Allin, TNT Championship match, Luchasaurus with Christian Cage versus Darby Allin, with Nick Dwayne. I got this match wrong. I thought for sure they were going to put this belt on Darby.
Same.
Yeah. I think I actually changed my pick at the very last second and put Luchasaurus, if I remember right. I can't remember.
Yeah, you did. You did have Lucha.
Yeah. Like, I just thought, I was like, you know what? Like, if they just put the belt on Lucha, a.k.a. Christian. I don't even know how that whole thing is working.
Christian Source.
Yeah. But
Darbysaurus.
But I was like,
Source Cage.
Yeah.
Lucha Cage.
And I just thought, I was like, you know what? If they take this belt off him, he's going to look like, I mean, he already looks like a putz, but he's going to look like even a bigger putz if they take the belt off of him. So I switched my pick on it, and actually it's one of the matches I got right. Thank God.
You know what Luchasaurus said?
What?
So, I mean, you know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
So
Christian said at the media scrum he got a big fat contract extension.
He did. Christian Cage is going to hang around, and they said to him, hey, Adam Copeland, is Adam Copeland going to join you here at AEW? And he said, I'm only friends. I'm only friends with Luchasaurus. I only talk about Luchasaurus myself. Next question.
Yeah.
Or someone's dad. I mean, he's always looking for someone's dad. And I think we mentioned in the other video, but he shows up at this media scrum and he says, how's everybody's dad doing?
Yeah.
No one answered him. Yeah, no one answered him. So he'd be killing dads out here. The Redeemer. The Redeem These Nuts. The Redeemer Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, was this the match they were all chanting slap meat?
Yes.
Yeah, they were all yelling slapping me. There was all kinds of chants from the crowd about these two big meat factories running into each other and slapping meat and beating meat.
Slap that meat.
Slap that meat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's classic.
Yeah.
Now I wish I could do that.
So we get Miro ends up winning, and then we get a surprise guest. Miro's wife shows up. CJ.
Wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forsaken you, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman that gets forsaken. So,
And Ricky, I think, you know, if this turns out the way I think it is, Ricky called it. With the it's going to be the AEW
Powerhouse Hobbs and Lana.
Yeah, we'll be slapping meat during that one. That's for sure.
Oh, she might be slapping some meat, but you know.
Now we need a run in from Lashley just to be like, I still love you. I still love you.
Oh boy!
Oh,
you don't need to be with that man with neck of sand. So either way, Miro wins this match, and then we get a little shot from CJ.
If she ends up with Hobbs, you guys are gonna have to start calling me the Prophecy.
I'm gonna tell you, if she ends up with Hobbs, she's getting a new nickname.
She'll be a neck of dimes.
she's yeah. She's AEW's new rat.
Yeah.
So. All right, TBS Championship. Chris Statlander finally Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho with Saraya in her corner. Saraya distracted the ref while Ruby grabbed the can of spray paint. Tony Storm crawled out from beneath the ring. Would she fall asleep? Was she still laying there from? She's still there from All In.
Yeah, I think so.
Is she homeless now? Is that what's going on? Is she homeless?
She's got juice.
I heard that about her. I heard that. The gremlin juice. Statlander spiked Ruby with the Saturday Night Fever and pinned her for the 1, 2, 3. And Chris Statlander retains the title. Right? I mean, as much as I couldn't stand really Jade Cargill, bring back Jade Cargill. I mean, let's do something here. I mean, where is Ponderosa at? I mean, where's she running off to? Can we get some of these women back?
Well, see, what I don't understand, just going back to the Thunder Rosa aspect of, she came back one night, went into Tony's office, and never left. So, has
someone checked under the desk? Is she the special counsel for Tony?
Yeah.
Are they going to find out in Discovery that she was under the desk and heard the whole story?
This is going to be the new NDA.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! Yeah.
Nana. Okay, Jesus. We're all the fucking. We've done too many of these already. All right. So yeah. Statlander ends up winning there. I guess that group is the outsiders, the insiders, on toppers, whatever they're called. They are. I guess they're broken up now, completely.
I'm pretty sure they are. Yes.
So I'm confused. Tony Storm's doing this 1950s actress thing.
Pinup girl.
What is it?
Like a pinup girl.
Pinup girl? Is that what it is? Okay.
Something like that, I think.
Spank Mac material? Is that what you just called her? She's Spank Mac material? She is our modern day Cheryl Teagues.
Well, she's trying.
Do you want to be too young for that, Ricky?
She's trying to pull the Lacey Evans Southern Belle gimmick that Lacey had in WWE for a while.
I hope she changes her finisher to the camel clutch.
The Australian Belle.
All right, we had a no disqualification strap match. Absolute Ricky Starks. Ricky's doing it right now against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Now I don't know if you watched Dynamite on Wednesday, but this whole contract thing was really good. Did you catch it, Scott?
Collision.
Was it Collision?
Yes.
Ricky Starks had zero idea who his opponent was going to be. No, he legit came out and said he had.
He called out the Dragon. He had the contract.
Right. So Ricky the Dragon Steamboat comes out with the contract and it says his opponent is the Dragon. So Ricky signs it, and Steamboat was like, blah, 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 blah. It's not me. It's this Dragon. And then Bryan Danielson's music hits. Right? How awesome was that? Was awesome.
It was awesome, but I'm not sure, because remember they were saying he wasn't going to be fully healed up from the broken forearm yet. I kind of feel this was like a last-minute panic by Tony Khan to get somebody big in there to feud with Starks temporarily, since CM Punk's,
so Brian,
no longer there.
Danielson said in a media scrum that he lied.
Oh.
He said one thing he learned from Cody is that it's fun to lie.
Yeah.
Because remember, Cody wasn't coming back for like 12 months, and then he shows back up 7 months later, right? So he said he learned it from Cody that that he likes to lie. So yeah. So he said he didn't feel at any time that he was in danger. The arm didn't come into play. It was pretty. He said being in there with Ricky Starks was probably the best part he could have been in there at the time, because Ricky's going to protect him. So
yes.
But yeah, so that whole setup there going into this match was pretty awesome.
That's actually a match I want to try and go back and watch.
Yeah.
You can watch them on YouTube. They absolutely beat the dog shit out of each other.
Nice.
Yeah, the stomps, the label locked. I mean, they just beat the absolute piss out of each other. So good on them. All right, we have Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Take a shit out.
This was another one I got wrong too. I thought Omega would go over here, since didn't Omega and them lose at All In?
Yeah, Takeshita rolled him up and beat him.
Yeah, so I thought for sure that this was going to be Kenny's get back a little bit, but nope.
Was there some Don Callis play involved?
Well, yeah, I believe that Callis came in with a screwdriver and tried to stab him in the face again. Someone's going to get murdered. I mean, that's just what's going to happen. Someone's going to get murdered. They've stabbed it in the ring, in the turnbuckles. They've stabbed it into the mat. They've stabbed it into tables.
In the boxer's forehead.
They all went to the Pac school of stabbings. So, of course, his was a hammer. Anyway, Takeshita scored with a power driving knee right on target. Takeshita took a hula. Gesundheit. Distracted the ref while Callis tried to spike Omega with a screwdriver. Jesus Christ. Omega dodged it. Omega nailed Takeshita with the V-trigger. Omega lifted up Takeshita for the one-winged angel. Takeshita had a screwdriver, but ref Paul Turner saw it and pulled it away. Takeshita removed his knee pad and hit Omega with a knee strike and pinned Kenny Omega 1, 2, 3. Nigel McGuinness said, "We just found out what Kenny Omega's limit is." Ooh, ooh. Is he not? He's not the cleaner anymore.
Not lately.
Depends on what
he's been cleaned up.
Another match that I got wrong. The 8-man tag.
Yeah.
You
missed one.
Nope.
No,
I'm going to
a few more.
Yeah, a few more. A few more. Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, and the Young Bucks versus Bullet Club Gold, Austin, Colton Gunn, Switchblade, Jay White.
The Ash Boys.
The Ash Boys. And Juice Robinson. Dax and Jay traded chops. Dax walloped Jay with a short arm lariat, and the police came and picked up Dax. Oh no, that's different.
Cash.
Well, shit, wrong guy. Anyway, Juice saved Jay from the Shatter Machine. Nick and Dax hit their own Shatter Machine. Matt and Dax grabbed. This is a lot of Dax. Matt and Dax grabbed Jay and bashed him with a BTE trigger. Colton made the save, breaking up the pin. Jay White hit the Blade Runner on Cash, and Austin was there to pin him.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think the right team won this one.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I picked the Bucks and FTR, but I think they're running hot right now. Bullet Club Gold is, and they got to keep these guys rising.
Absolutely. Keep these guys super strong. We need a singles run out of Jay.
Jay beat Dax on Collision, I believe.
Next week?
No, Saturday night. I think they had a 1-on-1 and Jay beat Dax.
Yeah. Honestly, we need a real run out of him. Let's run him at that world title. Let's run him at the international title. I'd love to see him in a program against Moxley. Yeah, absolutely. All right. What match did you say I missed?
Shibata and Kingston against Claudio and Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler versus Kingston.
The Strong Openweight Championship, Eddie. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Well, they're still calling him the Strong. Eddie Kingston's got the Strong title?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he lost that.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they took that off of him. Okay. Yeah, I did miss that. Yes, right back. Eddie Kingston, the Strong Champion, RH Pure Champion, Shibata versus Blackpool Combat Club, Ring of Honor champion Claudio Castagnoli, and Superhuman Wheeler Yuta.
Super useless, actually. But
did you see that picture that I posted?
I think. Yes.
You seen that guy? Fuck this shit! He drives through the whatever. 12 plugged-in curling irons. Like this guy.
He looks exactly like Yuta.
I don't know. Yuta is eating way too much. When you take listen. When you take creatine, you gotta lift weights with it. If you don't, you look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and that is what Willie Yuta looks like. That was just a horrible, easy. That's just a. That is just the worst picture ever of Willie Yuta. I feel bad. He's definitely, if he was a woman, he would have looked at that picture 11 times before he approved it. So, Claudio took down Kingston with a short arm lariat. Claudio used a hammer and anvil strikes, and followed up with the neutralizer for the near fall on Kingston. Eddie knocked down Claudio with a spinning back fist. Kingston rocked Claudio with a Northern Lights bomb, but Yuta jumped in to break up the pin. Claudio wrecked Kingston with a European uppercut and pinned him 1, 2, 3. Pinned Kingston. At what point does Kingston get over here? Like, they have been battling back and forth. Why are we continuing to let Claudio go over on Kingston?
Well, here's the thing about Kingston. They had a point years ago when remember that Players Tribune article that they had about him? Like, they had a chance to capitalize and get Kingston really hot and really over. He was hot for like the first 2 weeks after that article came out. And then he went from going up to going straight down. Nobody's really cared about Kingston. And again, I'm not saying Kingston is bad, but ever since they had that opportunity, nobody's cared about Kingston. So now it's like, now that he's, when he goes away and comes back, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like,
that's his persona of a guy who doesn't care. So when you have that persona, everybody else gets that persona about you. Yeah. That's how I look at it. So.
But no, you said, what point do they get Kingston over? Like, I don't think they can at this point. At least not without massive rehabilitation.
Yeah. So. Ricky, you went back to look at your points. Did you screw that one up?
No, for some reason I thought that I wrote the wrong team down, and then I looked at it again. And I was like, no, it's right.
Okay. I was like, more points.
I was like, no, because then I got to go back in and recalculate everything. But no, I wrote down the winners so I didn't have to keep relighting my phone up and unlocking it when it locks, and I'm running the scores on my computer. And I was like, fuck, did I get that one wrong? And I looked at it and I'm like, nope, there it is, Wheeler. And
you had the same look I would have when I would get, wait a minute. Did I miss something?
Yeah.
All right. It's main event time. It's clobbering time. AEW International Championship match. Freshly squeezed. Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. This was the one that I went back and forth on myself. I was like, I don't know. I really think they're not taking this belt. They're going to fortify that Orange Cassidy is a champion, is a true champion. And guess what? Nope, you're wrong, idiot. They put it on.
Yeah, idiot.
Yeah, you idiot. They made Orange Cassidy blood orange, and then they put this damn belt on Jon Moxley.
So now here's a fun. I don't know what they did in that match because I haven't seen it.
Beat the absolute shit out of each other.
But so did Moxley make orange skewers out of Orange Cassidy anytime in the match?
No, I don't think there were skewer sightings.
Oh no, I don't think there was skewer sightings either, which is disappointing.
Love to see Cassidy with a bunch of skewers sticking out of his head
or his ass. I love the skewers. I'm all out for the skewers.
That was one of the most gnarly visions that I saw.
I don't know if you can reveal this, Jason, but I've been meaning to ask, how do they do, like, your skull is thick. but it's not too thick where if you go through your skull, you're hitting your brain. How do you do a skewer spot like that with?
Well, they're not going through the skull. They're going through. I mean, you saw this. The meatiest part of your skull is in the front here, right?
Yeah.
So those skewers aren't in deep, but they're in deep enough where they're clumped together. So it will. If I take an egg pin and jam it in the front of your skull, it's not probably going to go through your skull, but it will stick into your meat here. So
okay.
And they're like, have you ever seen skewers? Right, they're super pointy and sharp.
Yeah. Well, but again, because they look like they went in pretty deep, even if it only went in about that much, it still went in pretty deep.
I don't honestly, I don't know how. I've never been skewered, and I will not be
Moxley
skewered.
probably has enough scar tissue up there to help him stick.
No, that's also probably true.
The fact that they held all that time, it was crazy.
Yeah, when he stood up, it looked like somebody dropped a pound of spaghetti into a pot of boiling water.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he is the deathmatch rider. So he hits Orange Cassidy with what is that? The Death Rider? What is that? Is that what his finisher is?
I think that's what he calls it now.
Death Rider.
Death Rider, yeah.
Yep, it's called a Death Rider. Hit him with a high angle Death Rider and left him bleeding in the middle of the ring as BCC celebrate and leave the ring. I did see a tweet from Orange Cassidy that said, "I'm going to take a nap now." So,
there was a big thank you Orange chant after the match.
I tell you what, he's defended that title. I don't know how many times now.
32, I believe,
successfully, and not turned down a challenge. Yeah. So I give it to Orange Cassidy. Not a lot of people, Scott, like his style of wrestling. But you gotta
sloth style.
That he is a true athlete to keep up with hands in his pockets, to be able to dive through the ropes with his hands in his pockets, to dive through the ropes with his hands in his pockets.
That's also putting a lot of faith and trust in your opponent too.
That's exactly right.
Those hands are in the pockets, and if somebody misses, you're getting a face plant right on the floor.
He's one Samoa Joe step away from being broken, right? So,
from having a nap.
Yeah, from having a legit nap. So maybe Cassidy goes away for a little while. We'll see what goes on here, but good run by Cassidy for all these months, however long he's definitely elevated that title. That is, I guess that's their version of the Intercontinental title. So
more relevant than the goddamn TNT title.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what Luchasaurus said about that, don't you? So I mean, there's that. I mean, take it from the dinosaur's mouth. I don't like when he uses that kind of language, but he gets mad, right?
Cageosaurus Rex.
Yeah, when you're that old and you've had a skateboard shoved up your ass.
Yeah, keep your dinosaur in Jurassic Park.
From Darby. So, all right, well, that's going to do it here for us here at Hardway. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share the YouTube. We are at 113, right? All right, so we're 37 away. We're trying to get to 150, $150. We're trying to get to. Damn it! Let's get there. Only you can prevent forest fires. Ugh, wrong one. Only you can get us to 150 people. That's the right one, right?
I think that's
that's it. So if you please like, share, subscribe, we appreciate everything you guys do. You can find us on Facebook on Hardway Wrestling. Logo, you guys can see the logos. Find the logo. Shit. We are now on podcast. Now we're going to be coming to a iTunes or a Spotify or whatever. But as of right now, we'll share the link. I'll share the link in the Facebook page, and you'll be able to download that. And you can listen to Ricky all day long. The smooth stylings of Ricky
all day.
If you when you say to yourself, man, who are the three ugliest motherfuckers that talk about wrestling that I can find on the internet right now? You just look for Hardway Wrestling. There we are. We could be in your ear, and you don't actually have to look at us.
Exactly.
So, anyway, for Scotty and Ricky, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy birthday, Wyatt, by the way. Wyatt.
Happy birthday, Wyatt.
Not here. He is celebrating his birthday in the bottom of a bottle. So, like a true alcoholic should, I guess. Maybe next time that egg sucking pig will come on.
It's egg sucking dog.
I use pig. Yeah, it's copywritten, so I use pig.
It's copywritten.
All right. So, hey, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
P. New on the hard way.
Susie P. New is her cousin.
Stephen P. New. I said Stephen P. New.
See ya.